Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Forcefully Yours. This is another erotic horror visual novel which was suggested to me by someone over on Twitter. I can't quite remember, but thank you so much for the suggestion. If you guys want to suggest your own games, hey, let me know in the comments below. Let's get right into it, shall we? Hello, may I ask your name? My name's Lionel. Thank you, Lionel. This game includes the following content: violence, self-harm, body horror, naughty assault, blood, gore, drug usage, gaslighting, stalking, and kidnapping. And just for the safety of my users, I will be censoring anything that is too explicit. If you guys want to see those scenes, it'll likely be in the Patreon if there are like questionable scenes in here. So anyway, yeah, I'm okay with this content. Thank you again, Lionel. What are your preferred terms of endearment? I feel pretty masked today, so handsome. I stretch, my clouded mind slowly coming back to terms with reality, orienting myself with the daily process of being alive. It's a warm summer afternoon, the sunlight tickling my face as I recount my night. Who says you can't have fun without going out? I think to myself, thinking of the various games I played last night with my friend from abroad. We had both purchased a couple of co-op friendly games that were on sale and spent all night voice chatting and drinking. My stomach twists painfully as my eyes wander to the empty bottle. I should really curb my drinking though. I half-assedly promised to myself, bringing one leg over to the other as I roll myself out of bed. I shuffle into the kitchen, ready to enjoy my day off and relax after I have a late breakfast. I'm feeling something light and heavy at the same time, and the decision is almost too much for my incapacitated mind to bear. Bacon and eggs for me any day. I love eggs. I reach into my fridge and paw through the drawer for the plastic sleeve housing the bacon, then scoop up 2 eggs, the perfect amount, before turning to the stove and flick it on. The bacon sizzles in the pan, and my mouth waters as the aroma of pork fills my senses. After a few minutes, when I'm satisfied with the crispiness of the bacon, I deposit the strips onto a plate with a paper towel, returning to the pan to fry up the eggs in the leftover grease. Salty and greasy, perfect for this churning in my stomach. I sit at my table, devour my meal, already feeling better now that I have food in my stomach. I bring up my phone to my face, scrolling through various socials until my mind is numb and I'm craving some new form of entertainment. As if to respond to my thoughts, my phone chimes and I open my game chat app and read the text. Hey, how are you feeling after last night? You went a little heavy on the drinks and I was worried you may not make it out of bed this morning. I chuckle, a bit ashamed of myself but also brush it off mentally. It's my night off, I should be able to enjoy it how I like, right? By the way, it was really nice talking to you last night. You know, I always enjoyed chatting with you, but I feel like we've become a lot closer last night. I pause, fixing my eyes on the message and pushing my mind to delve into the grogginess of late last night. I know I got a bit sentimental and tend to overshare a bit, and I think I did end up gushing to my virtual pal about how much I appreciated having someone like him to talk to, among other parts of my life story I felt inclined to share. Of course, I look forward to our time spent together. It's always fun. You really think so? I feel the same way. Like, I usually don't become close to people online, but you're different. I smile to myself. Classic thing for someone to say, and for it to be taken with a grain of salt. Nonetheless, it's still nice to say, especially from someone so kind. I know we'll always enjoy our time together, and I want to know every part of you. Laying it on a bit thick. Possibly flirtatious too, if I'd allow myself to take it that way. But still, never met the guy. I don't know what his name is or what he looks like, and I'm assuming his profile pic of the cartoon lion doesn't mirror his actual looks. Like how my icon doesn't look anything like me? Kinda. Interrupting my thoughts, my phone starts to buzz aggressively. My manager's name shows up on the screen. I sigh. I know what's coming, and I can feel my face curl into a grimace as I answer the phone. Hey, sorry to bother you, but we had a call out tonight, and we really need the help tonight. My brows wrinkle. I'm a lazy sack of poo today. But I feel bad. The past 3 times he's asked me to cover a shift, I declined, spouting vague excuses or offering a meek cough, feigning sickness. Damn this worker's guilt. Hey, yeah, I don't have anything planned tonight. What time do you need me? 5 p.m. will be fantastic. Thank you for being such a team player. Well, you can go screw right off, like shove it way up where the sun don't shine. Team player, huh? Sigh again. I tore my phone aside, hoisting myself up and trudging to my bedroom to don my work attire and making myself presentable for work. Faster to work, faster to bed. I think. The loud din of the bar greets my ears as I shuffle past a few patrons taking up way too much of the entryway. My bartender is furiously preparing drinks, turning periodically and tapping their fingers away at a point-of-sale system. Their face is focused as they regurgitate orders into the system before returning to a new guest with that perfectly manufactured customer service face. I grit myself, clocking myself in and strapping on my apron before heading out to the floor to greet the patrons that had just found themselves at a table. I find myself working into the rhythm of my job, doing laps around the building as I bring people their drinks and finger foods. I make myself laugh at the dull jokes I'm told while mentally adding up the tips I've accumulated so far, trying to decide if coming in was worth it. Some guys at one of the tables make flirtatious comments, and I tiptoe the line of being friendly and not too friendly, charming my way into a good tip. Well, I could give them a really good tip. They leave after an hour or two, and I start to relax as the bar quiets down, the majority of visitors gone. I start prepping my end of job duties in my free time to make it easier for myself at the end of my shift when a tall figure comes into view and lazily props himself up against the nearby post. Hello there. I pause what I'm doing and gaze up at the stranger before shooting him a quick smile and pull out my notepad. He's a little close there, but I'll take it. He smiles, taking my meaning, and leans it a bit closer. I'll have a honey coke whiskey, please. He's kinda cute. I can't help but notice he smells nice too. Double points, just straight up. Ah, beautiful. I nod and smile again before retreating back into my station, keying in the order before it shoots over to the bar and prints his ticket to fill. My bartender makes quick work of it, pouring the drink and pushing it forward, glancing over at me before turning back to their patrons. I retrieve the drink and head over to my customers, still leaning against the post and eyeing me curiously. I feel a bit nervous suddenly at the intensity of his gaze. Well, here you go. Just what you ordered. Do you mind if I get your name? I mean, for the tap, if you wouldn't mind. His smile widens. My name's Riker, like biker with an R. It is very nice to meet you. A chuckle. Kind of a lame and cute thing to say. Nice to meet you, Riker. I'll be serving you tonight, so let me know if there's anything I can get for you. He gives me a toothy grin, looking down my name tag and taking in my name. Anything. That's a tall offer. I could take advantage of that, you know? I feel my face flush slightly. I'm usually halfway decent at pushing off flirtatious advances, but his eyes have me a little flustered with how they trace along my face, soaking in my detail. A bit different from the usual drunken stare of the local lecher. I'm a hard worker. Maybe I'll go above and beyond for you. No, pooh. That was awkward. I'm not good at this. He turns and laughs, not in a harsh way, but in a very pleasant and cheerful way, his eyes squinting as he shows his amusement before turning back to me and eyeing me intensely once again. I may just take you up on that. He leans in closer slightly as I mull over his words, not sure how to respond when the doors chime, signaling me to greet the customers that walk through the door. I smile bashfully at Riker before pointing at a new guest, motioning to him that I need to get back to work before turning to the group and welcoming them in, showing them to a seat. I continue to work my tables, chatting away with the few guests left, bringing their orders out to them diligently. All the while, I feel Riker's gaze on me, following me around the bar. Every so once in a while, I'll see his drink empty, and he'll hold it up towards me, motioning for another one. After I brought his fourth drink, he lets his fingers brush against mine slowly as he takes it from my hand. I'm ready for my tab, love, if you wouldn't mind. Also, I'm just handing you things, my dude. You don't need to turn me on like this. You have no idea the sort of danger you're getting yourself into. I oblige, printing out his ticket and sliding it to him before he folds a couple of bills up into it and grabs my hand gently, sliding it back into my grasp. You are so absolutely perfect, and I can't wait to see you again. My heart flutters as he lifts himself up from his seat, smiling widely at me before leaving the bar. That man sure knows how to charm someone. I uncurl the ticket, pulling out his crisp bill, totaling 4 times what his total was. Written in the sharp black ink at the bottom was a phone number. I smile. I guess it was worth it to come in today. I pocket a number and return to my nightly duties. The bartender yells out for the last call as I circle the bar, cashing out the rest of the guests with tabs open. With the tables wiped, floors mopped, and various other forms of site work finished, I count my earnings and clock out, following the rest of the staff out as we lock up. Living close to my place of work is insanely convenient, except for when I'm trekking home late in the night, way after most well-adjusted folks have gone back to sleep. I stick to the safety of the streetlights and pull up my phone, hoping to find comfort in the familiarity of my personal window into the internet. I'm greeted by a number of notifications. I open my game chat app and scan through the barrage of messages. Sorry, was I a bit too forward? Is everything okay? Ah, poo. I never replied to his last message before I went to work, and he knows it's my day off. Don't disappear like that. Please, let's just play some games together tonight. I'll make sure you're okay. I halted my steps and stared at my phone. That felt kinda ominous. I know he's usually super responsive, and when I'm slow to respond, he tends to get a bit anxious, but what do you mean by that last message? Just seems out of character, and it didn't make much sense. The guy lives in another country. How would he even realistically check on me? I type out a reply and start walking again. Hey, sorry, I was just at work. Sorry about that. I didn't check my phone because management freaks out. I wait. Chat bubbled appear and bounce for a bit before stopping, then start again. Oh, okay. Huh. My face hovers over the screen and I think of a reply before I notice I'm stepping up to my doorstep. I did not pay attention to my surroundings. That was kind of dangerous. But I'm home and I enter my home, locking the door behind me. I make my way to my bedroom, smiling at the sight of my haven. Stress falls on my shoulders as the work mindset leaves my body. I strip my work clothes, falling into a chair at my computer, tapping the spacebar and waking it from its slumber. What should I do with the rest of my night? Should I see if my gaming body wants to play something online? Or should I text a number? I pull out the paper on my phone and press the wrinkles and hold it up next to my phone. The lion avatar on my screen stares at me, waiting for a reply. My finger traces the number written on the creased paper. Ooh. Well, the guy can wait, so I guess I'll just play some video games, you know? That sounds nice and relaxing. I set the paper down, leaning towards the comforting familiarity of someone I feel like I already know. My fingers swipe across the screen as I type out my decision. Hey, so would you be up to play some games tonight? There's a new farming sim we've been looking into. I wait for a reply and the app notifies me he's seen it. After a solid 2 minutes, the chat bubbles up before his reply comes to the screen. Hey, yeah, I'd love to. Just give me an hour or so and then I'll play with you. Okay. Then he's usually glued to his computer, so that's fine. I can just browse some sort of forums and catch up on some videos I've been meaning to watch. I reply. Okay, no big deal. I'll wait up. I send a message through and load up my web browser. I spend my time finding different articles on my favorite site, chuckling at some content I find there, and intermittently switching back to some video uploaded by some creators I follow. I start to feel a bit tired and mindlessly browse the web, trying to ab away my boredom. Time continues to tick by as I eventually pull my eyes to the clock, realizing it's almost been 3 hours. I'm all for staying up all night like a heathen, but staring at this screen without any interactive action is starting to take its toll on me. I pick up my phone and open my game chat app, noticing there's been no reply. I start typing out my response. Hey, are you ready to play yet? It's getting kinda late. 2 hands reach out from behind me, pulling back onto me. One covers my eyes while the other presses tightly over my mouth, stifling my yelp. I feel myself retch back into my chair as it spins slightly, a weight pressing heavily on top of me. I feel the hands turn my face as what feels like a pair of legs straddle me, holding me down. After my initial shock, my own hands reach out, grabbing the foreign hands, stifling my senses, attempting to pry them away from my face, only to find an ironclad grip resisting me, anchored down and unmoving with a frightening strength. The hands push my head upwards as warm lips travel down the side of my neck. Kinda sus, but okay. I freeze. They stop and open, the feeling of teeth running back up my neck before a soft kiss is planted on the corner of my jaw. I'm ready. End of day 1. This is the end of the content for this route. Texting Riker will lead to additional content in day 2. Yeah, I guess we'll go back a bit. I'm up for something new and texting this guy feels pretty exciting. I bring the paper up to my face, studying his handwriting. He writes his number sharply, seeming to pronounce each stroke and curve excessively. Glancing back and forth between my phone and the number, I key it in and type out a text through my messaging app. Hey, just thought I'd text you since you gave me a number tonight. I bite my nail nervously. Would he know who I am? Wouldn't it be worse if he didn't? Like, he just hands out his number to everyone. Some community did. My phone chimes. Hey, you're the one who brought me the best drinks I've ever had. I couldn't help but wanted to keep talking to you. Thank you for texting me. I was worried you wouldn't. I sigh in relief and save his number to my contacts. Yeah, I don't usually contact patrons out of work, but you seem like a nice guy, so I thought it wouldn't hurt. I'm happy you think so. I would have kept coming up and proving myself if you thought so otherwise. I give a low chuckle and wiggle my fingers over the screen, thinking of what to say next. Before I start typing, I see another message. Hey, so I know it's a bit late, and I don't want to miss this chance, since I have your attention. Are you doing anything tonight? I ponder his question for a moment. It is late. Is it a good idea to indulge this man I just met a few hours ago? Yeah. Nothing planned. Just me and the abyss. Why do you ask? Well, I'm meeting up with some friends. We're setting up some beer pong and having a game night. I don't have a date. Would you be willing to do me a favor and come with? No pressure. I think about his offer. How long has it been since I've been to a house party? High school? I think back to the hazy, fun memories of gathering with my old friend group, staying up way past too late, slamming drinks and being rowdy. The night would start with an adventure and always end in a good heart-to-heart. Maybe not always, but most of the time, yeah. Okay, I'm game. Where is it? Send me your address and I'll come pick you up. I hesitate slightly and then send him an address a few blocks away before standing and gathering my things, slipping a can of pepper spray into my bag. Never be too careful. Feeling proud of myself, I check the ETA Riker sends me and head out to our meeting spot. Walking over to a streetlight by the road, I lean against it and stare out down the road, watching for headlights. I'm slightly shaky with anticipation, feeling like I may have an exciting night tonight. I'm easy to please. House parties are fun. I see a car turn down the street and head in my direction, creeping closer and slightly slowing as it draws near. I nervously smile at the dark windshield, lifting myself up away from the streetlight. The car pulls up, and it passes. Nah, it wasn't him. I kick myself internally for smiling weirdly at some random person driving through. He should be here by now, though the ETA was a few minutes ago. I pull out my phone and pull out my messaging app before I start typing. A sharp pain hits my neck. A hand grips the other side of my neck, holding it in place as the pressure pushes against the point of pain. This kind of reminds me a bit of Boyfriend to Death, not gonna lie. Oh god. The shock causes me to drop my phone, and I hear it clatter against the pavement. Everything slows down as the details of my view in front of me turns from clear to hazy to wobbly. A heavy rush flows through me, up to my mind as my eyes grow heavy and my limbs go limp. I feel the faint feelings of fingers sneaking around and tightening over my neck when a voice comes from behind me, sounding distant and buttery and familiar. Hello there, handsome. End of day 1. Of course I'm continuing. Hell yeah. My head hurts. A light red hue colors my vision, and I feel my eyes pressing shut. The soft light still pervasive in my head. My mind is a fog, feeling like come into some interesting dream, and I attempt to recall it. Curling my body in on itself, I'm greeted by a soft, fluffy fabric. It's weighted, and I gather it into my grasp, warm in its embrace. My head is buzzing, and a slight rush of adrenaline pushes through me, raising my heart rate slightly and bringing me to a state of being aware. Wait, this feeling, it's not familiar. My skin tingles as even more adrenaline fills me. I feel an itch, and my mind pushes me to observe my surroundings. I open my eyes. My eyes strain against the blinding light, the sleepy, crusty feeling prickling against my tear ducts. I raise my hands groggily as I push into the corners of my eyes, wiping away the crust that seated itself there. I glance around warily. Then, my situation starts to creep in as an understanding presents itself to me. Huh, where am I? I'm in a bare room, seated upon a pillowy mattress. It's raised a bit, so I'm thinking there's a frame underneath. There's a fluffy blanket surrounding me, overlapping me and wrapping around my legs, pushed up into my side. The light is pretty bright, and I can make out a slew of messages scrawled out along the walls. I love you. Don't be scared. You love me too. I shiver. Oh. Cool! I'm so confused. The dilapidated scenery looks straight out of a horror comic. My eyes shift over to a door seated into the corner, a face painted over it with a message scrawled underneath. I'll be back soon. I cringe inwardly. Then I focus on the window with thick iron bars barricading it. Outside is a heavy thicket. Am I in the woods? Oh, this is terrifying. My breathing becomes light and my head swirls. I can feel the anxiety creeping in as I clutch a soft blanket bunched up around me. My head starts to feel almost detached from myself, my neck feeling tight, and my hands feel cold and clammy.
Good morning, handsome.
I jump, letting out a surprised gasp. The voice is jarring, mechanical, and I surmise that it is being played over some speaker system hidden away in my room.
You slept so peacefully, and now you're awake for me.
I shiver and let the word soak in. I clear my throat. Riker, what's going on? I thought we were going for some party. Like, is this a party? I kind of like it. There's a scratch of silence, followed by some shuffling noises, sounding like a mic being readjusted.
You are right now where you belong. I've brought you here.
What? Where I belong? What do you mean by that? A low sigh played over the speakers.
You've captured my thoughts, and you fill my heart. I can't stop thinking about you, and I need you here.
This is excessively forward and weird. Well, that doesn't explain what is going on right now. This whole situation is pretty weird to wake up to. Where am I? I push myself out of bed before he responds, striding over to the door and grabbing the handle. My turning motion to the handle is met by immediate resistance. It's locked, obviously. I push against the door, hoping for some give. My arms strain as I push the handle up and down, looking for some weakness in the hole of the lock. No such luck. I back away from the door, eyeing the frame, noting that the hinges must be on the opposite sides.
You're right where you need to be.
His voice plays melodiously through the speakers, and it raises my panic. What are you planning to do to me? No. A soft hum, followed by a chuckle, permeates the room.
I intend to love you.
A silence follows, as I stir his words over in my head. I don't even know you! My voice feels strained at this point, each word forced out. This doesn't make sense to me. My deep-seated structured reality of working 5 days a week, sleeping and gaming and doing as I want in my free time clashes with the current feeling of total helplessness and lack of control. I can't go to my room. I can use any of my devices. I can't, tweet sussy things on Twitter. What am I supposed... how are people supposed to know that, I'm simping over the latest thing to sim to? I don't know what I'm supposed to be simping to right now. Oh no! There's a true tragedy! Is there ever gonna be a Bob Velseb dating sim? I would love a Bob Velseb dating sim. My phone? My hands grasp my pockets, met with barren emptiness that cements dread in my chest. I can't call for help. I can't send to my yandere boys. Well, I guess I've got a real yandere boy now, so that works for me.
You won't need that here. I'll be all you need to keep you company.
Bruh, you should be here then. What are you doing over the speaker? Get your butt in this room so you can love me tenderly, my boy. He purrs into the mic, and the hairs on the back of my neck stick up.
I'll be down to see you personally in about 30 minutes. That should allow you to acclimate yourself to your new home. I've read that it's best to allow you time alone in your new surroundings at first to help you get comfortable.
A clicking sound follows through the speakers, and then a melancholic piano loop starts to play. Wait, what? He read that? It's some pet care book? Some Twisted My Hostage and Me owner's guide? I feel an empty sensation in my stomach that's bordering on sickly. This weird music isn't helping either. And where do I poop? Where do I poop? Is that supposed to help me calm down? I'm panicking because I don't know where to poop. Screw getting comfortable. I need to find a way to poop. Let's see. I'll look around the room. The room is still strikingly bare, with the bed, the door, and the window the only thing here to give me company. I drop to my hands and knees and peer under the bed. Not even dust. I notice that the room is immaculate, almost medical in its cleanliness. I tug on a part of the bed frame and run my hands along the underside. It's all one solid metal piece, Nothing to fashion a weapon out of. Lifting a mattress, I find it to be foam, no springs. Underneath yields no results, barren and clean. For the heck of it, I rummage through the sheets, grasping for any possibility of a means to defend myself. Maybe a hidden weapon left by a prior victim? Nothing. Try the door again. The handle is still unmoving. The door seems to be made of metal, feeling cold under my fingers, and I run them across the surface. There's no keyhole on the handle. This is pointless. This door is giving me no point of attack. Yeah, look outside. The thick bars aggravatingly stand in the way of the outside. I grab two of them and give a forceful yank. They are solidly soldered neatly to the metal frame. I bring my leg up and try to use it to leverage myself against the wall, pulling with all my strength I can currently master before failing and trying the same with the other bar. None of them budge. I peer past the bars, taking in the scenery. A whole lot of trees. Like, a lot. Yeah, I can see anything past the greenery, and it gives no clue as to where I am. It's daytime, though. Like, that helps. Yeah, I guess I'll wait. I lean back on the bed, eyeing the door. Time slowly creeps by as suspense builds inside of me. I can't even tell how long it's been. There's not even a clock in here. I still need to poop. The handle rattles suddenly, making me jump violently. The rattling is followed by the sounds of a series of locks coming undone, one by one. 4. No, 5 locks? Why do you need so many locks? Jesus Christ! I feel my whole body clench as the door slides open, revealing my captor. I would like to imagine that I'm clenching because I still need to poop. Hello, handsome. You don't know how happy I am just to have you here all to myself. He pulls out a remote, click it once and the music stops. I was having a good time and that music's the only thing stopping me from making a big doo-doo in the middle of this room, Riker. I'm about to poop, pee, and sploosh all over the floor if you don't turn the music back on right now. Now we can have a conversation. I'm sure you have questions for me. My mouth is dry and I painfully push myself to swallow my apprehension down and decide what to do next. Well, I guess... Like, seriously, what can I do here? Where's the question for the toilet? There is nothing I can poop in here. Did you at least leave me a bucket? Alright. I'll ask him why he's doing this. His eyes slowly trace over my face. His eyelids heavily flutter as his smile wistfully curls to his lips. You may not have realized this, but I've been watching it for a while. The confession hits you deep in the gut. What do you mean by that? How long is a while? I see you at your work and when you're walking home. I'll wait up for you during your late nights just to make sure you get home safe. That's kind of hot. And why were you doing that? He looks at me hungrily. I just can't help myself. Everything about you is so perfect. The way you carry on about your day, how you get excited about all your favorite things, the face you make when you enjoy your favorite foods, your peaceful facial expressions when you sleep. Well, did you at least remember what my favorite foods are? You had best bring me some mac and cheese, because I will not settle for less. Whoa, how long has this guy been... Sleep? I can't breathe for a moment. What do you mean by expressions when I sleep? Like there's no windows in my room. I managed to force out my question, bracing myself for his reply. He smiles at me, his face reddening slightly as he recalls something I don't want to think about. It's my favorite thing to do. Watching you as you sleep, I mean. And now I get to do it every night. And I get to touch you now too. It came out as a whisper, but I still heard him. My mind blanks. I don't think what he's saying even sinks in. I don't even know how to feel. You're going that far? For me? This is overbearing and crazy, and yet the hungry way he's fixating on me makes me feel a way I can't really get a grasp on. He's scary and unhinged, but I've always wondered what it would be like to be the object of someone's desires like this. A twisted, dark fantasy I'd push deep down. Unhealthy and exciting. I would do absolutely anything for you. I just need you here, with me. That's all I ask. I gulp heavily. I don't particularly feel fond of spending all my time locked in this room. Would you ever let me go outside, or maybe even just out of this room? My question upsets him. I don't know. I have you now. I can't lose you. He deflates a bit, and my insides feel conflicted. I'm nothing more than a prisoner right now, then. He flinches. I'll find a way to make this work. I'll make you happy and I'll take care of you. I can't let you leave, and you learn to be happy here. With me. My expression must have done something for him because his face melts into a relaxed expression. I'm gonna take care of some things. My preparations were a bit rushed. I didn't expect you to text me so soon. He turns to the door and moves to open it. I have a question for you. He pauses. You've been watching me this whole time. Why did you wait for me to text you first before you took me? He turns and smiles at me. It's more romantic that way. He makes absolutely no sense. Like, heck, like, if you like me so much, you could have taken me, like, a long time ago. You could have just asked me, my dude. You could have asked me, and I would have just, like, yeah, sure, I got nothing better to do. With that, he opens and slips through the door before slowly closing it behind him. The locks click again, one by one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. Okay, I got the romantic end. Sure, let's get to day 3. Good morning, handsome. Oh, why are you so cute? Oh my god. Oh dear god. Oh. I lazily pull my eyes open where I find myself greeted with a warm smile. He looks different. Good. He looks like me. Jesus Christ. Good morning. He smiles. Hope this doesn't look too awkward. I usually put product in my hair and I wanted to go for a more comfortable look for you today. I feel the best I have in a long time. I'm thinking it's because you're here. He looks a bit bashful. So, do you like it? I think you look really nice. He looks so happy. He's really not too bad to look at either. Thank you so much. That really means a lot coming from you. There's a bit of pause, almost as if he's thinking of what to say next. I'm happy that you're here with me, and you're just as I imagined you. I know we hadn't officially met before, but just by watching you, I could tell you were always so amazing. That brings a question to mind. Well, I really don't think I've seen you before. Well, I don't think you would have. I first saw you at that bar you were working at. I'd never really sat out in a general seating area. I usually be sitting up at the bar, so you wouldn't have actually served me. Nah, okay, but still, he has a memorable face. I still think I would have noticed you. I mean, I'd usually wear hats. I feel my eyebrow raise. And I'd also keep my distance. I was so scared of giving the wrong impression, I've just been kind of waiting. Then I found myself following you around. I wanted to figure out how best to approach you. I think you did fine the other night. You didn't have to go to these extremes. I did try to appear as confident as I could. I thought it went well, but I couldn't get over whether or not it was good enough. A troubled look shifts onto his face. I mean, I did end up texting you. I don't know why you thought otherwise. Even though you did, I kept thinking I just messed it up. And then I wouldn't have a chance of explaining, showing you how much I care. I thought you'd find me undesirable or off-putting. You're cute as heck! What are you talking about? I've been told I'm off. Too much. I think we all feel like that sometimes. I can relate to that. Especially with opening up. You never know how people will react. He looks so relieved. Exactly. You're just too precious to take that chance. That's really intense and yet also sweet. I've never had anyone go to extremes like this for me. It's scary and thrilling. I don't like having my freedom stripped like this, but was I really enjoying the monotonous normality of my daily life? Work, distractions, sleep, work, distractions, sleep. But is this all really all that better? I mean, I never really did enjoy the stress and turmoil of the rat race. What do you expect of me? What do you mean? I mean, are you going to force me to do things? Hurt me? Only if you want me to. I can feel my face heating. All I ask is that you give me yourself. Your feelings, your time, your touch. I honestly don't think I'd be able to hold myself back on that, to be honest. I'll watch him closely for a few minutes before shifting over in my bed. He's watching me intently. I mean, you're welcome to stay here with me tonight. I just don't think I'm ready for anything beyond that. He looks overjoyed, almost on the brink of tears. Oh, handsome. Hi, cutie. Then he's sliding onto bed next to me, wrapping his arms around me in a warm embrace. He still smells so good, and he's rubbing my back tenderly, almost as if he's afraid to break me. His breath is shaky and slow as he wraps me up and entangles his limbs around me, caging me against him. Thank you. So much. I feel a soft kiss on the top of my head as I melt into his embrace. Maybe this isn't so bad after all. I got cuddles! Ah! Oh my god! Wait, day 3 afterward? What's this? Hello, Fuzzy Cuffs here. Thank you so much for playing through my game. I hope you've enjoyed what I've made so far. Day 4, the finale of Riker's route, will be out as soon as I can get it completed. The final day will conclude the route you have chosen with all the consequences it entails. Whether it's violent, naughty, or liberating in nature. Details on progress will be updated on my Twitter, FuzzyCuffsDev. Playable pre-release content will be available as it's made on my Patreon, patreon.com/fuzzycuffs. That, however, is entirely optional as the final release of Day 1-4 will be released here as well once it's all finished. Remember, take care of yourself and your mental health, and know that this game was made for entertainment. Until next time, yeah, I really gotta agree with Fuzzy Cuffs there. Really, guys, a lot of what we do here, like with all these visual novels, this is all fictional. This is all a work of fiction, and you should always take the steps necessary to keep yourself safe, alright? No matter who it's with, and no matter what the situation is. If you guys want to play this for yourself, link to the creators page is in the description below. And heck, let me know what you guys thought in the comments below. I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves, and hey, please, do take care, and I will see you in the next video. This is Lionel, signing off. Ciao.